Welcome to my home gym. Excuse me while I lift my bricks. Thank you so much for being here and welcome back to my channel. I've been nervous to film this video for a while, and I've been nervous for a couple of reasons because I thought to myself, I can't do a handstand, although I wish I could. Woo! I can't run the fastest. I can't lift 120 kgs.
Now that's a heavy snack.
And I then kind of got into my own head and I started thinking, maybe you shouldn't make fitness videos. There are so many influencers out there who can do all of those things. But then I remembered, you can still have a lot of knowledge to give without being the fastest and the fittest and the best athlete that the world has ever seen. So I've been training for about 8 years now, and I think I've gone through several phases in my training career, if you would. So the first phase was the phase I got into when I was about 13, which was the rowing phase. And this was when I started going to the gym so that I could get faster at rowing, and all I was concerned about was being faster and better for rowing. I would do a lot of ergoing and a bit of body weights and a few like free weights on the side, but not that much. Finally, rowing stopped and I did not want to look at an ergo. If you've ever had to do an ergo session, you'd know that they're pretty hard, and I was really hard on myself. So I decided to put all of the rowing training stuff to the side for a little while. Then enters the running phase. I was just about to finish school and I was entering university, and it was kind of the first year that I was really concerned with how I looked. My training was then only focused on my physique and improving my physique. A lot of cardio and a lot of HIIT. I went into my hypertrophy phase, which was a really fun phase. I really enjoyed it. This was kind of when I was really getting into following influencers who were a little bit more body positive, who were into building muscle, you know, kind of like the Natasha Ocean type of influencers. I followed Natasha Ocean's training program, and sometimes I would train with Keegan a little bit. The only problem is that I get a little bit competitive with myself sometimes, and I would get frustrated that I wasn't lifting weights that were heavier. Yeah, this was the first time that I had like really seen an improvement in my muscle definition. The reality is I kind of felt a little bit beefy. And then there was the phase where I reached a balance. Then I was doing Pilates classes, I was doing some hypertrophy training, I was doing some HIIT workouts, I was running a little bit. And overall, I think I was pretty happy because I was doing lots of different things that I really loved doing. And then coronavirus happened. And this kind of threw me off of my workout routine for a little while. And I'm sure a lot of people who go to the gym will agree that it's quite hard when you suddenly have to stop going to the gym. I will say, now I'm super into plyometrics. I think I prefer it to hypertrophy. I'm doing more running now at home as well, and I'm starting to do a little bit more Pilates. That's pretty much my whole training style journey. And what I've ultimately found is that there isn't one training style that will work for one person. For some people, they just do one type of training style and they never do anything else. Some people like to do a whole bunch of things that makes them feel good, and I'm one of those people. So here are my tips to help you find a training style or a training program that you really enjoy doing and that works for you. The first tip is to try new things, which I love to do. Try a whole bunch of different workouts, and even if they sound really strange, try them out anyways. The point is, you need to try different things. The second thing to remember is that you might not always feel good after every training session. I personally like to give things about 4 or 5 chances before I officially decide if I want to carry on with that particular training style. Give it a proper chance before you move on. My third tip is to not be afraid to try classes. So a lot of gyms offer classes like spinning classes, HIIT classes, or boxing classes, abs classes, different things like that. Pilates classes. A lot of people are afraid to kind of go into these classes because they feel like they'll make a fool of themselves or it'll be silly. For example, I tried a boxing class once. Am I a professional boxer now? No, 100% not. But I'm trying. It was really fun, and now I know what it's like to be in a boxing class. You might find something really enjoyable. It's also really really important to learn the proper technique and learn from a professional before starting that training style on your own. The fourth thing is to see how your body responds. When I was doing hypertrophy training, I was feeling really great after my sessions, but my body wasn't necessarily responding in a way that I would have liked it to respond. I wasn't feeling as accomplished as I normally feel when I leave the gym, and I needed a little bit more variety. My final tip is to adjust your training style based on your goals. Your training style needs to be helping you to achieve these goals. So for example, when I was doing hypertrophy training, I was definitely getting a bit stronger, but my ultimate goal is not really to be able to lift really heavy. That's probably why plyometrics works a little bit better, or why adding in a little bit of running also helps, because I also have running goals. So your training style and your training program needs to be dependent on your goals. That's it. Go forth and prosper and do great things. I hope that you all become Iron Men. I hope that you become the strongest and that you really enjoy your training style and your training program. Let me know what you think. Have a great day. Also subscribe. Bye.